Maxie wants to say hi. Maxie, say hi. Say hi. Yeah. Good girl. Okay, guys, like I said, oh, well, yeah, I recorded a little bit of the rain yesterday. Hey, guys, so yeah, days of rain, days and days. What's today? It started raining since Sunday. Did it rain Saturday night? I think we got rain on Saturday in the afternoon. And today is Tuesday, so we've been getting rain for all 2 days. This is a lot of rain, guys. Like, I don't know if my plants are gonna make it. There's a lot of wind right now. It's a storm. We had some warnings for some hail as well. So, yeah, we're trying to get home safely. But the light is just not changing fast enough for us. But, yeah. To show you guys a little bit of what's going on. Today is Wednesday, and we've been getting rain here since Saturday afternoon, I believe. And this is the time that we will see how my plants do, right? You guys asked me how did they do, so this is what we're gonna see. So right now we're getting a break right now, but later on it's gonna be raining again. So I'll just have to see how the plants do, and I won't know right away. I'll know within a few, I guess, few weeks. Some things here started to rot, but that was already, I think, dying right here. So yeah, some plants, I mean, I can tell because they're not used to all that water. They're loving it, but then it gets to a point where it's like, okay, enough is enough. So for now, they feel really sturdy. If they weren't sturdy before, they feel really sturdy now. And this sedum loves the water. So yeah, I mean, this is what it looks like for now. I'll show you my rain catcher. Show you how much water is collected. Look at this turtle. It looks so good, the turtle. Here's the arrangement that I recently bought. It's right there. I decided to keep it together. I really enjoy it. So for now, I'm going to keep it together. My Terrarium Bricata. Everything looks fine. I can't tell right now if anything's going to happen. Yeah, this, you know, feels strong, looks good. But again, I don't know. A bunch of the babies from this Kalanchoe fell all over. So it's all over the rocks. They actually tend to grow pretty good in the rocks. Look, there's a bunch everywhere. I gotta pull that weed. But there's not weed, that's actually grass that's growing. But anyways. Yeah, I'll have to pick them up little by little whenever I get a chance and start planting them. So that's what I'll do. We have pine trees around our property, so we do get a lot of pine needles, so I'll have to pick that up. I'll pick it up little by little. Here is this one, looks good. This one, she's putting up with it. I just don't like that her leaves, they collect the water, see? And really, how many times am I gonna come out here and take the water off, you know? It's just not gonna happen because I would have to do it every single day, twice a day, because it's gonna rain later. So, not sure. I mean, I'm just gonna leave it alone, see what happens. Here is the pig. Pig is doing well. So I can tell that slowly the sun is hitting other areas as we get closer to summer. It is not where I thought, you know, it was going to be. Where there was sun now before, there's not so much sun now. So I'm constantly looking out to see where the sun is hitting around, you know, from 9 o'clock till 1. I kind of monitor the sun and see if I need to, you know, make any changes for my plants, if I can. Like if they're too big, they're staying where they're at. I'm not moving big planters because that's just not going to happen. But if it's a plant that's movable and I can give it a nicer and put it in a nice area where it's going to get some nice light, I'll move it. But if not, an example is this one. I felt that over here was not getting enough sun, so I moved her over here. And I know it's not getting enough sun because the Echeveria Kronenberg was changing color, and so was the Aeonium right there. So I moved her over here. So we'll see how she does over here. See, I have bits of light in different areas. That pink butterflies is doing well right there because the sun is hitting it. Look, lots of water in these. See, I'm constantly, this one I'll tip really quickly like this. Just tip it. Doesn't look as pretty as it did a while back ago because it was all full and you couldn't see the rocks. But I removed some of the leaves just so there could be airflow, because you can feel just the heat and humidity in here, you know, because it's rain. It got a lot of rain, so yeah, I did that. I brought this one from inside the house out here. It was starting to etiolate. That means that the succulent is stretching, looking for light, but now it's starting to grow nicer. So I brought her out here. We'll see how she does. Normally with my plants, I'm always experimenting. So I'm always willing to give something a try, unless it's like a precious plant that I'm too scared, then I won't. But other than that, I'll give it a try. This arrangement is doing super well here. I can probably trim it because I can just cut it. These calanchoes are so easy. These are roots right here, see? So you can just cut it and stick it in the ground and it'll just do just fine. I threw some leaves there to propagate. This one is losing a leaf there. Look at these babies that I propagated. This is the Echeveria Fred Eyes. That's doing really well. I also decided to put the big one, the mama one that was in there in here when I lost the other plant. I put her in here. So far for now, she's doing really, really well. She's really big. This pencil tree is doing super well. It's beautiful. I love it, and I would like to make more of them. Maybe I will plant more of them. Yeah, into their own pots. Oh, I have to show you guys something in a minute. I just saw it over there. Look at those cactuses. They're tilted over. So much rain. When the rain does come, these cactuses, they go crazy. They start to grow really quickly, and they collect all that water, and they're heavy and they're tipping over. So I'm gonna have to trim them. They do not look pretty. I'm gonna have to trim them. These are doing really well. These I bought to put inside of my planter. Still haven't done that. I actually like it though. I think that will look really, really beautiful in this pot. So I may end up putting one of those in here. This one is doing super well. It's beautiful. Still need to take this one out and repot it in a nice pot. The babies are doing well. Oh, I forgot to show you the rain catcher. Give me a second. I need to remove, look at that. I need to take some of these plants out. They're being overcrowded right there. So yeah. This one is losing a lot of leaves. I don't know if it's like just water and sun at the same time. Okay, So let's go over here and show you the rain catcher. The rain catcher says that it has 6 inches of rain. About 6 inches of rain. I think it's more than that. I think it's more than that because I picked up containers that are on the ground. They're full of water, way more water than this. So I think it's more than that. Hey, remember I didn't think these were going to do well there? I thought the sun was going to cook them, but no, this pencil tree is helping them. They're doing well. This one, this kalanchoe is looking beautiful. I love that kalanchoe. Such a beautiful plant. Okay, let's see over here. And guys, I have a mess. Let me tell you what I did in the greenhouse. This one's doing really well. Everything over here is doing well. This one even plumped up because of how much rain we've been getting. That one plumped up right away. I should try to remove the water from these plants just because the sun is hitting them, and that's what causes the scars on a lot of the succulents that you see. Okay, I think this is going to be a long video. So I have plants everywhere currently. I've also have plants that were in my greenhouse, out of my greenhouse, just to see how they do here. I'm going to redo this car. I'm going to redo that. The fire sticks is doing really well, also looking very beautiful. I can potentially trim it soon from the bottom and make more plants. This is the same pencil tree that I have over there, and it's got these cool looking balls. I don't know if they're going to open into flowers, but I'm really looking forward to see what happens to those. Here's more. And then I think I'm going to start putting a few of my plants that I had in the greenhouse out here in this thing right here. I really like that, so I might do that. Let's see what else. Everything here for now is looking good. This Echeverria Cronenberg, I don't know, they tend not to do so well with so much rain. And as you can see right here, I'm losing quite a few leaves. So we'll just have to see what happens. I mean, she might just lose a few leaves and that's it. And I'll just be fine. So I don't know. We'll just see. These are looking really good. But this is a smaller pot. This is a smaller pot and it has more drainage. These are doing well. This one's not getting, it does get some sun, but I don't know if it's getting enough sun. Normally these are really pink and darker in color. So, don't know what's going on there. This one is struggling a little bit, I believe. Still losing some leaves, but has a lot of growth on the stem, so we'll see how that goes. This arrangement is doing so well. Everything is looking really, really nice. Look at the trailing jade already trailing way down, covering some of the plants that I planted that I have out here. This, look at how pretty it looks. This is the one Maria sent me. Maria, heart and kisses to you if you're watching. I don't know if you guys saw on Instagram, she recently lost her baby dog, her dog, which is probably her baby, just like my dogs are. They're part of the family, and my oldest dog I had before my daughters, and I love him. He's my baby, and I completely understand how she feels. I mean, I've never lost one, but I've mourned my dog before. Just thinking about his age, I've sat down and cried and talked to him, begging him to please give me until he's 20. So we have a deal. We talk, and I think that he's gonna pull to his 20. But if you guys know Maria, you know her channel. I'll link it down below. Send her some love to her channel, and yeah, just say hi and send her lots of love. Look at how big that's getting. And this one's looking so pretty, and I really like the look of them like this, all clustered up like that. If she gets any bigger, I might have to pull her out and give her her own pot. I have another one over there on the table that I put it on the table so that I can remind myself that she needs a bigger pot. I said I have a mess here going on. The mess actually really bothers me, of like my plants that are growing, my baby plants that are not in arrangements. I feel I don't know how to set them up to have them in their individual little pots growing, but also make it look presentable. That is my struggle. I want to come here and just, you know, see it all looking nice. So I need to figure that out. I like that 3-tier thing, but as you can see, it does get a lot of shade. So I need to figure out where to place it, where it gets enough sun for the plants to grow, but to make sure that it doesn't get afternoon sun, because those are younger plants and they can handle that. Also here, some of these plants are the ones that I pulled out the big arrangement that I took apart, where I had my raindrop plant in, the one that I bought for $37. These are some of the plants that were in there, that one, and then obviously the raindrop here, and this raindrop over here. They're all doing super well. So everything in general, guys, out here for now is doing good. So I had moved this over there because it was getting too much sun, but then I noticed that, okay, look, there's not as much sun as there was here, but there is less sun where I moved it, and this plant started to open up really wide like that. When they're opened up like that, that means they're trying to take in as much sunlight as they can. So I didn't like that, so I moved it back over here. A lot of them are really open, trying to get as much sunlight. So I moved it back over here, hoping that it gets enough sunlight. I think I see a little black leaf here. Let me show you guys. I think I see a little black leaf from the rain, yep. And so I don't mind losing 1 or 2 leaves. This is fine. See, I lost a leaf, and I'm okay with that. Just not, you know, I mean, there's nothing I can do. Here's more leaves here for this one. This is a plant that has a lot of water. There is something, I could pull it out of there, right, and put it in my greenhouse, but I don't want to, because this is my experiment and I need it to pull through. I need to leave it there and let it pull through and see if it can handle it, and then I share the information with you guys. So I'm gonna leave it there. It's hard to leave it there, but I'm gonna leave it there, because the easiest thing to do would be just to pull it and put it in my greenhouse, but I don't want to. My goal is to figure out the perfect soil mix for these plants, so that eventually I can just have tons of planters everywhere and not have to worry when it rains. Look at that one. That one's coming out the soil. See, I wonder if like a bird or a squirrel does that. I wonder. Okay, so I see some more black leaves right here. Oh, a leaf fell. It just fell like nothing. There's a black leaf. Few leaves. I know I'm gonna lose some, but that's the name of the game. So yeah. There is the one that Maria sent me, and this one. It looks so pretty. Okay, let's talk about the greenhouse. To tell you, just more plants scattered everywhere. So okay, let's talk about the greenhouse. Oh, I'm gonna, like I said, I have to trim these off. They're just too heavy and they don't look good. So I have to trim it off. Look at that. gonna do that after this video. Okay, so ta-da, here's my mess. Well, not a mess, but this is what my greenhouse looks like. It doesn't look very shabby chic like it did before. Well, maybe this area. Let me turn off the pool pump and the fan. Okay, so you guys are probably saying, Emily, what did you do? Oh no, yeah, what did you do? It doesn't look very nice. But I have to maximize the space that I have in the greenhouse. That is the purpose of the greenhouse, is for the plants to get the sunlight and be protected from the rain and the hard sun in the afternoon. So it can't be comfortable for me. I have to maximize my space for my succulents. And I'll show you why I did this. I'm going to show you why right now. Let's see, where is some of my plants that were... Okay, here's a good example. So this one, when I had a shelf here, it was creating a shadow still for the plants that were on the table. And see this plant right here, you see how pointy that is? That means that's thinning out. And you can see these are growing long and thin. They were stretching out trying to find the light. And when things like that happen, I tend to lose interest in the plant because it doesn't look like it's supposed to look like. I like it to look by the book. Here's a perfect example of one. I don't like this plant anymore. I don't, for a couple reasons. Well, this right here, I don't know what that is. Maria told me that she thinks it could have been some damage from the cold weather. And then also, it could be that or it could be scales. I really can't tell. I did spray it just in case if it was scales. But you see the tip of this? This plant should actually look more like this, very wide, like that, very round. Where's one that's similar? I have a similar, here is a similar euphorbia. This is a euphorbia. You see how round that is? That's what this one should look like, not coning like this. And this is, it's looking for light. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to trim these off and try to see if I can propagate them, to see if I can grow them the way they're supposed to look. But what would you say, what type of person I am if I feel that way? I've had family members tell me that I have OCD. I've never been diagnosed by a doctor, and I would never say that I have OCD on my own, but family members think that I have OCD because of some things that bother me, that they see that bother me. And yeah, they always tell me, they're like, oh my gosh, you have OCD. So anyways, back to this. Yeah, so I don't like it now. I don't like this plant. I'm going to try to grow it the right way and see what happens. So I had to do that because I'm afraid of many of my plants doing that, and I do not want that to happen for my euphorbias. Here is an example here. Look at how thin that is right there. So by moving my greenhouse to this space, I guess I didn't notice the overhang over my house was gonna have such an impact on the space that I was gonna have available for my plants in the greenhouse. So yeah, so that's what happened. I was noticing some plants growing a certain way or not having the color that they used to have when the greenhouse was in the other side. So I just decided, you know what, it doesn't matter if my greenhouse does not look super nice and organized. I just need my plants to get the sun that they need so that they do not start to stretch out and lose the shape that they're supposed to have. But yeah, so this is the reason I did it. That's the reason I did it. And even this, look right here, you can see that this one is starting to thin out in the tips. It needed more sun, so hopefully, you know, this is gonna work out. So, and then obviously the goal, like I said before, not my chunkier plants. My really chunky plants, I don't think that they'll survive the rain in Florida. If I were to put this out there, I don't think it doesn't matter how much drainage I add to that, I don't think it'd make it, because it just has so much water in the leaves. So I just don't think it would survive. So I wouldn't try that. But my other plants like this, I might deconstruct this, you know, and make some arrangements and start all over. Maybe. That is really outgrown right there. And maybe, you know, try to add as much drainage as I can and put it somewhere out there. It will get, you know, good sunlight and it'll be okay with the rain. So yeah, this is the greenhouse and this is why I did what I did. I hope you guys still like it. I still like it. I decided also I don't have to plant in here. It does get pretty hot. I need to have a setup where I can just make videos when I'm planting out there where there's airflow and I'm not dying in the heat. So that's what I need to do. So yeah, that's what I did. Look, even this one was stretching out. Look guys, I did this a while back ago and it's doing so well. I had to move it over here because it's getting too much shade on this side, so I had to move it, and we'll see how it does there. But yeah, that's what's going on. But everything looks good for now, except, you know, for the stretching that I got on some of my plants. So aeoniums are okay. They can deal with you know, the bright light, and euphorbias and gasteria. These I guess are fine. I don't know, that hasn't stretched on me. If anything, it's growing really nicely. All this is new growth, so that's nice. This one had some leaves, but it doesn't have it no more. But anyways, that's my update, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if my camera kept going out of focus. I wasn't paying attention to the camera too much. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye guys.